the YouTube stream up. Yo, Shaman, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Yep, just started the YouTube stream. I just got finished reading and replied to my last email for today. So I just figured I'm already in the studio. So, and Boozy. Shaman and Boozy pop right in. What's up, guys? Just got finished with my work from home session. You know what I'm saying? About to get into a smoke and paint session for a minute. Alright. But yeah, I ain't doing much. Still sitting on this damn heating pad. Y'all see me on this heating pad, right, bro? This one I'm working from home, man. My damn back fucked up. Oh, but nah, like literally, like I even right now, yo, my stream. And when I say I literally just started this stream up.
I was just going to check in. Smoke and get ready to go to work. And then go to my other job. Alright, I'll let you go. Let me see if I can call you when I get off with my cat.
Alright, well, I'll talk to you later.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Well, there's my chiropractor just said it's 'cause I told her I've had this issue for several years, and she was like, "Yo, after that shit happened the first time, you should have went to like some serious physical therapy and started chiropractic adjustments then." And she was like, "Over the years, if this thing has reoccurred, she's like, you've just caused some damage, and now it's like, um, I said I try to do strength training." And she's like, now the muscles around that area in your back are so fucking strong, but at the same time they're so fucking tight too, because your nervous system is always trying to stop that from happening. And so like uh, with me actually pulling that shit, and she is like the from the spinal fluid or whatever kind of inflammation and shit. She's like, the best thing to do for right now is just heat and cool, soak if you can. Don't try to lift a lot of shit. Once you get better, once the pain and the swelling goes down, then we can work more on stretching, different exercises that really target those areas, and maybe some more adjustments. But lower back shit, just like, it's a shit job, bro. There's not a lot to do with it. There's fuck all you can do. Take some strong ass pain meds or some nerve medication or something. I'm not trying to do all that shit. Yeah, so I went to the chiropractor yesterday. Yeah. And she was like, yo, don't go back to work until you come see me. I said, I have to go see her on Monday, early Monday morning. And let's see what she says then. I can't work from home, but for so long though, cause I gotta do my school program and shit. nobody really don't want to do my shit, yo. I mean, the prison part, it's not a big deal because there's a couple of different programs and different groups that go into the prison. Because our county, of course, it holds men and women, so we have a few women on our team who go and do the women's reentry, and so they can cover for my side too. But you already know, it's jail, and it's in the man in the men dorms and blocks, man. And our county is weird, yo. Some of them dudes been in there for months, 16 months, 18 months. And then you get these women coming there. It don't matter what a woman looks like. As long as it's a woman, they gonna be all hounding and shit. So it won't be tough for them to go over the curriculum and do the work, but just it sometimes guys can be hard to deal with when it's a woman instructor. Especially because now we got some young, pretty girls too, and so it's just like, So you got to cover my classes. Like I say, the prison classes probably aren't the hardest part, but just dealing with the kids. But then too, also two of the girls we got, they are mothers, and their kids are about that age, really young. I think kindergarten and maybe like second and third grade. So their kids are the same age as the kids in the program. So well, that shouldn't be too hard either, because they're parents, they're moms, they know how to handle little kids. But if I'm out too long, if I'm out too long, they'll have to put me on like short-term disability or some shit, and I definitely don't want that. I need, I need my whole paycheck. I was my man Chris back there working his dog. I was on damn. I was on Mid Journey earlier. I haven't popped on here in a minute. But I'm telling you guys, this should just get better by the day, man. Every time I come on here, it should just be looking better and better. And what they're working on a lot more now is words. Yeah, shit like that. That's so crazy to me. All right, I do want to paint for a little bit. I've been sitting here for a while today, though. do want to. Ah. I want to put this together real quick. My half mask respirator. Oh, oh. I had one of these before, and it just was time to toss it because I had it for fucking ever. Yo, what up, bro? And the one so this is a half mask. I have a full, the full face, uh, like respirator. It's full face, but at the same time, it doesn't have like really big pads or really big filters on it. So that's the downside of that. It definitely covers your eyes and your mouth really well. So that if you're doing like irritating dust or something like that, it's great for that. But like some fumes, like spray paint fumes, I still get through those little filters a little bit because they're, like I say, they're not very big filters. But normally these half masks right here, they're good for uh, spray paint. Now I don't know if these should be single filters or double filters. Because sometimes you can double these things up. So how do you, where's the, shouldn't there be like a paper part to it or something? Oh, okay, I just say. So these are your more permanent filters, and more than likely this is your um, charcoal. These are their charcoal filters in here, and these are your extra cotton filters that you can change and swap out. They go in here, and then this should go in there, like that. And then this will go on here. And like that way. Okay. God damn. Bro. I'm not clicking this thing in there, right? I don't see this one want to go on. Oh, there it goes. Now, doing asbestos for 11 years. I know that shit right, bro. You better have lived in this motherfucker if you was doing that. Yo, E. All right, yeah, that's we in there right there. We got the new fresh, new fresh half mass respirator, uh, with plenty of backup filters. So the next time we, you know what? I actually may not have enough for it. I could varnish something this afternoon, cause you guys can't see it, but those two paintings aren't varnished yet. I think there's another. Is there another painting I meant to varnish? No. But yeah, so whenever I use spray paint, like with the last canvas I'm working on, or whenever I use the spray varnish, definitely have to use some type of respirator. And like I say, my other one was old, so I had to toss it. Been procrastinating on getting a new one for a while, but and the thing is, I ordered on Amazon and it was like, oh, it'll be there Monday, this coming Monday. And nah, it was here yesterday. I was like, yeah, I ordered it on uh, today's Thursday. I ordered it on Tuesday, and they said, oh, it'll be here Saturday or Monday. And then it came like the next day, and I didn't request like next day or overnight shipping. So I'm like, is there a do they have an Amazon distribution center closer to this area than I think? Like, how the fuck that shit get to me in one day without me paying for that shit? I could varnish, but I don't think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint something. Um, we're still working on the yo, what's good? What medium do I use? I use oils. Thanks for the compliment. Wow, do I look that rough right now? Hey, I work from home today. I ain't even gonna lie. I work from home today. On the PlayStation camera, I don't look that bad because I'm sitting far away from that camera, but up close, it's just, hey, it is what it is. We can't all be supermodels. So I have a few favorite living artists, and I was actually lucky to see one of my favorite artists and meet him in person and actually watch him paint. And while I was in his studio, he was using this kind of paint, gambling. And I asked him why. I said, because I looked at it and he didn't have any other brands, but he didn't have these little tubes either. He gets like the big tubes of gambling like this, and those tubes cost like $40, $50 a fucking pop. Cause these little tubes right here, these are like $13, $14. Some of them, some of the deeper colors can be like $20. But I started painting in 2009. Was when I really started taking it serious. 2009. But after seeing my man paint with the gambling, I started uh, buying gambling paint as well. And I really see what he means. Like, gambling is a really, really high quality paint. I still use like other oils, But like now, like gambling is my go-to. Yeah, gambling. That's where it's at. Oil painters. Yeah, but thanks for popping into the stream, checking out the studio. We're currently working on this piece I'm using right now. So I've been using AI to generate some images for me. I'm trying to tell this cool story, but I think in order to tell the story, it takes a lot of like outlandish images, which I probably couldn't like photograph in real life. So I've ooh, that's loading up slow. What's good? Hello, hello, what's good? Nah, that won't load up the big image, but I've been making some stuff like this recently. So I think I'll use a bunch of these for references for some of my upcoming stuff. But then at the same time, I've been photographing some new stuff for some series that I've already been working on. Yeah, cause some of this AI stuff is just like, bruh. Like if you find some of the good ones, it's almost indistinguishable now, and it's just getting better. Well, I forgot I did so many of the group photos. What the AI tools is where it's at, and I just learned today because I don't know how long it's been there, but I didn't pay attention to it until today. Yo, um, Meta has implemented their AI bot into the Instagram chat. So when you go to your Instagram chat and there is at the top it says something Meta AI, ask us anything or we can help you with anything. And then you click on it and it has this little introduction saying I'm your AI assistant or whatever. And it does everything. It kind of like it can give you text and images for free. You get text and images. So it's like Chat GPT, but with the visual component. So that's GPT-4 has a visual aid, and it can generate images for you, but you got to pay for that. But now Meta just made theirs free for everybody, and I just generated some shit. I was like, yo, real quick like too. Mm. But it seems legit. everybody says that like um, Grok may be able to pull away in the large language model area because it has all of the visual data from Tesla, and it has all of the written and visual data from X. So, but then Meta has all of the data from Facebook, uh, Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads, and something else Meta got, ain't it? Capilot. Capilot? No, I haven't tried that. Is that an app? Hmm. Let me go to the app store real quick. Mm-mm. I see it right there though, and it's very popular because all I typed in was C O and it popped up at the top of the jump. He said he making tattoos and T-shirts with that shit now. Like I say, man, real artists already know. Like we not losing nothing. You just gotta learn the new tools. Oh, my coworkers send me something from the after school program.
with their line them, you know? Man, I love to see that. Yo, Prince, what up, Prince?
See dog, a dog school, is it?
Yo, General. Man, love the work, man.
I'm watching over here, man. Yeah? I'm watching, man.
See, this I told you that
Like, I know, sir.
Buckler, Rainbow thing. Man,
Yeah,
stone
watching,
up, man.
yeah, man.
Nice
Well,
one,
I
stone.
can see that, man, in all kind of color.
Man, press plastic up and everything.
Yeah. You get me?
Okay, we see what I go on.
I'm waiting to do whole time working, man. Painting and all, is it?
Operation look clean, though.
Yeah, man. I'm my brother, and that's it. The wife set up the whole thing.
Man, yeah. You see that?
Take out the one I have, sir.
Yeah.
And one regular clean one, them there. We put a reservoir upon it.
Okay.
And we have to take out one sitting out and leave it as well.
But it's like a high performance thing right now.
Yeah, right now, man. So now we print now. We throw that thing upon it.
Yeah.
And then we put it on the ass and get it shiny like this.
Okay.
This now we can just put this on a shirt. Get me? Exclusive beats is what it is.
A real operation, that man. You mean? See that?
Yeah, man.
All the sound thing.
The kids them look a corner. The kids them can.
A little jar. See all the sound thing them ready to put up.
Yeah, this is my sister. Brother wife, you know?
Hello, sis. Big up yourself.
Ready behind the plan.
Yeah.
And them. Yeah, I'm going to see him soon after the ball. Beat that ball.
Yes.
That's it. I am on the block.
Okay, that shit is.
So like when I get the thing and put all the order,
He said I keep that shit open on my phone at all times.
Yeah, man, merch time.
I forgot I didn't even grab my paint. Fuck. I gotta read. Oh, damn. Alright, okay. So what I need is French ultramarine.
Oh shit.
Alright, since y'all keep bragging about that app. Wait a minute. Do I already have this app? No, I just have the Chat GPT app. But this, whatever this is, or Copilot, it has like the same, almost the exact same. Like emblem or logo or whatever. I don't know. It's taking a long time to download, but that's probably because I'm up here on the third floor. Alright, I was gonna stay on the Instagram stream, but they're not gonna let me listen to stuff from there, so.
And the TV turns off, and I thought my kids were playing a trick on me. And I looked up, and there's nobody there. When I turned around, there were these two beings right there. And, man, Paula. Whoa. Sorry. And they had the big almond eyes like you see on TV. I swear they did. And I felt like my brain was shaking in my skull to the point where it started to hurt. Okay. We're not debating. We're not pushing a tape. Stars called the Seven Sisters in the night sky. You can see 6 stars with the naked eye. Now, these stars in ancient times, according to ancient texts and tablets, there was an ancient galactic war there. Okay. Most of the information from Star Wars comes from this text. And this war, they had these destroyers like Death Stars. They don't call them that, but they call them the Brahmastra and Brahmastra Honda weapons that actually can release a weapon that can destroy planets. Okay. Imagine if you were in a star system and a planet is being blown up, and you're in a nearby planet. You got to get off of your planet. Yeah. This created something called space refugees. Nobody's talking about this. Where are you getting this information again? Where is the Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita, the Indian Vedas? So these are ancient Indian texts. That's right. 5,000 years ago. Yeah. Okay. And the Enuma Elish, which is Sumerian. Oh, I don't want to get to this, but for this entire episode, we're not fact checking. Okay. Okay. We're not debating. We're not pushing. Take us down the rabbit hole. We want to see how deep it goes. So people can listen to what I'm saying and they can go look all of it up. Fuck them. Take us down the rabbit hole. I'll take you, man. Okay, let's go. So we're talking about we're talking about the evidence, the very first evidence of space refugees. So you're seeing this in these ancient Indian texts. Yeah. Okay. You come across this, and you're like, okay, let me see if there's some truth to this, because I'm seeing this across multiple ancient Indian texts. Right. Any other text referencing this? The Terra Papers, an ancient indigenous American text as well. Okay. Very little known text that hardly anyone talks about. The Hopi tribe elders have written this book based on that text and published it, actually. It's called the Terra Paper, so that it wasn't just in indigenous lore, but it made it finally to publishing, so it's actual text that we can all read and get access to. It reads like the Star Wars movie. Just take out the love stories and all that. And what's interesting is it talks about, again, these same galactic wars going on. People fleeing from that region of space, looking for other planets, Orion, Aldebaran, Sirius A, B, and C, which we know the Dogon talk about people coming from Sirius B, which is a star that ran out of fuel, and of course Earth. And they came here to create a breakaway civilization. Just like if there was a war, and there was in our solar system, that's what we call Mars, the god of war, we're going to be like, we got to get off this planet because the debris is going to destroy us. So we're the product of pussy aliens, basically. Like aliens who weren't ready to bang and fight for their future and their freedom. They just went. We're defectors. They were the elites that had the access to the ships that could take them from one star to another. So are they like the politicians that didn't go to Vietnam? Right. God, so we're the product of rich privileged kids. They're the guys with the $10,000 suits that just sent everyone out to die. They would be protesting at Columbia, right? Correct. Okay, good. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's who these people are. And so some of them came to Earth, and so Anunnaki is a general term. It doesn't mean one race. It's just like if all of us here got in a spaceship and flew to Mars, and we met a Martian, and he said, "Who are you guys?" We'd say Earthlings. Got it. They maybe would call us Anunnaki. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm Billy Carson from Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. Right. So they would get they're Earthlings. That's one term. We're all different races here. Right. So, but Anunnaki is a term to say those who came from heaven to earth. That's it. In Africa, they call it the Nituru, which means the same exact thing. The gods that came from heaven to earth and turned mud into a kingdom. Now, the civilization they built is the Atlantean civilization.
So this is where we hear about Atlantis, the
Yes.
mythology of Atlantis.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
They built the Atlantis.
And where's the evidence for this? Where do you read about that?
Well, if you look in the text, a lot of the Indian texts, the
Okay.
Vedas, the Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita, the ancient lore of the indigenous aboriginals, the Terra Papers, the Enuma Elish, the Epic of Atrahasis, the Code of Hammurabi, the Myth of Etana. There's so many tablets I can just keep going down.
Everybody's referencing
Yeah.
the Atlantean civilization.
Yeah.
Obviously, the most popular one was it Plato's uncle or something like that?
Plato wrote about this.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did. Yes,
Okay.
you know.
Got it.
And so, you start looking at this information. That was more recent. I mean, when I say recent, it's not as ancient. But the account of Plato's account of Atlantis is not that ancient. But we're talking about the ring city, but that was just one capital. So that ring city that was being described is one capital of dozens that existed on Earth at the same time.
Do we know where these other ones might be? Is there any remnants?
They were on every continent. Every single continent. We're standing on Atlantis right now. We're sitting right on top of
It
Atlantis.
was New York.
Yes, everyone on this planet is on top of Atlantis. So when you start to look at the Americas, you discover that there were so many pyramids in the Americas. There were literally thousands of them. What happened to them? The Catholic Church blew up the tops of these pyramids and built churches on top of them.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, Mark, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I was raised Catholic. They never told me.
No, they won't tell you
Give
that.
me a hint.
They didn't tell you.
It's time to get
They
going.
didn't tell you guys a lot.
Hold on. So break this down.
Right.
There were pyramids everywhere.
Yeah.
How do the Catholics find out about it? Are they reading the ancient texts?
Oh no, they just know we gotta eradicate this civilization science because we want to impose our will on the people. See, the Catholic Church went through something called the Inquisitions.
Yes.
It was the papal Inquisitions where they went around the planet and they killed and tortured and murdered 80 million people to convert them into Christianity. And
Got it.
so it wasn't spread like they tell you in church. The gospel means the good news.
Mm.
It was really bad news when these people showed up. It would be like
by force.
America showing up to your country and you have oil buried in the ground.
Really?
Bad.
Wow. So they were like giving women fucking rights and shit. Absurd.
They had-
What the fuck is wrong with these people, man?
If you go to the museum in Rome,
Yeah.
you'll find they still have the torture tools there in the museum. They're proud of them. They have the Pope's spear. The Pope's, spear, which went up in a woman's vagina.
I saw that one.
Pop them open from the inside.
Good.
They had a spire
Gracious.
that they would lower a man down into the spire through his butthole over and over again, up and down until he died.
No Diddy, bro.
For real. They just had all these torture mechanisms.
Yeah.
What they would do is get the leader, the king, the chief, the guy who does all the sage and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The medicine man.
Yeah.
And then they would say, look, we need to convert everyone to this. And if you don't,
You're
then we're
gonna
going to kill you.
You're gonna fuck you from the inside out.
Yeah, exactly. So they would make it.
Who would do the fucking? Because I feel like that would be against Catholicism someday.
It was to be one of these people from their church system and be, hey,
So there was a fucker. There was a guy who would.
There was a guy he'd connect you and get you lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
And and do that. Sick people, but they.
Therapist who goes to therapy, and some people think that's strange. The thing is, though, therapists are human beings just like you. If you've been thinking
Yeah,
about
so they
or
don't know
know
shit
that you
either.
need to go to
Sorry.
therapy, listen, it's not abnormal, weak, or weird to feel.
You gotta do the gospel. You gotta spread the gospel.
You gotta spread the gospel.
Spread the gospel.
It is a good word.
Under the order of Rome.
Yeah.
And but the thing Rome said was, look, we got to get this money.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to convert our pagan system into a Christian system.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to combine the two together. That's why we have all these fake holidays that are all pagan holidays in Christianity.
That's my name, Constantine, right?
Yeah, Constantine. They just combined it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got the taxes and we got the offerings.
Yeah.
We got both. And now we got the people unified. And now we can put our boot on everybody's neck. And so once they reeled up the leader of that village or that town and killed him like that, and everyone saw it, it was like, okay, I'm ready to learn now. Teach me a language. Talk to me about your God. By the second, third generation, you're born, you're given a name, a race, and a religion, and you don't even know who you are.
Wow. So, do you know which church in America or which churches are on old pyramids?
Oh, no. You just have to go out there. See, anything on, most of the older ones that are on hills with the triptych windows. The triptych windows are the same windows that mimic the 3 windows that you see in a lot of the pyramids, like in Chichen Itza, Yucatan Peninsula, and all of that. Those older ones. If you go to Mexico City, how I learned this, I went to Mexico City. I got a homegrown archaeologist. He started showing me all the hills and all the old churches. He said those were all pyramids.
So it's wild. Like when you go to the Mexico City pyramids specifically, they show you what it looked like before and what it looked like after. You can never look at a hill again.
Right.
And not think it's a pyramid after you go see it.
Fact.
It's so go look at it. You can see not Chichen Itza.
Yeah, that's the triptych. Yes.
Wow.
At the top of all Catholic churches, the older ones, they all have that triptych design. And most of the ones that are old in the 1800s built on those hills were...
Go to the Mexico City pyramids and do it before excavation. Because what happens is grass just starts to grow on them.
Yes.
So they just start to look like terrain.
And
hills.
they just look like
hills.
hills. And people have all these like explanations for it. Like my tour guide, look at that. So like if you just saw that, like that black and white picture to the right there,
Yeah.
Tell me that you would never look at that and assume pyramid.
Right. Right.
Wow. So now I have to look at every fucking hill and go, should we dig this thing up? See? And some of them are just hills.
Yeah, some are just hills, but some are these.
Right?
God.
So when the Anunnaki came to Earth, were there already Homo sapiens here?
Yes, good question. There were already not Homo sapiens, but hominids.
No, there weren't.
Our cousins.
Bad question.
They were Homo erectus. They were our cousins.
Yeah, they were.
But I believe that they were more intelligent than us spiritually.
So is it fair to say that the aliens were the first ones to smash monkeys?
No, they didn't do the monkeys. We were because when we were here, they didn't call us apes. They called us beings.
Yeah.
And in the Epic of Atrahasis, there was this big war getting ready to happen. And Enki and Lil and Anu were in this place in South Africa called Adam's Calendar, where they found the very first gold mines that human beings were working underneath their boot. Anyway, so the Igigi, who were the working class Anunnaki, came from Mars to Earth to go to war against them because they felt like they were being enslaved, even though they weren't supposed to be slaves. They were just working class people. They felt like they were doing too much labor. For 250,000 years, they were working.
Whoa.
And they came to Earth and they encircled the campus and they said, we're going to go to war. And it was like, well, why? And they were like, well, we've been asking you for relief. The workload is too heavy, and we don't have any women. So
that's a big issue.
They were complaining about no women, literally in the ancient tablets. And so Enki says,
they didn't King of Diamonds, right?
What were they saying?
Enki says, I have an idea. Because they had kind of discussed in a weird way fashioning people. That means like robotics.
Okay.
But they had talked about their home planet. When they tried that, it failed. So that's a clue as to what AI and robotics can do to a planet. They were like, there's an existing being here, though, that we can add our essence to, talking about genetic modification, and get them to bear your load.
So don't make robots, make people that can do your work for you.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wow.
So they started with that method first.
So they're just forcing human beings to do their work for them.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And that's how you bring them the offerings.
Yeah.
When you bring the offerings, your best harvest and your fresh calves, that's their meat, that's their food.
This is what you see in the biblical text.
They're eating. That's their meals. They're not going to go out and hunt. I mean, this archaeologist was talking to me in Egypt in 2014. He was just laughing. He was showing me one of the altars. He said these people were so dumb. He just said his own people. He says they would line up in ancient times for miles to bring their best offerings to the head god. Wow. And the god was just putting them all this food in the storehouses. And he showed me where the storehouses were inside these temples. They would put these things in there. And then they had these other areas underneath the temple where other priests would go underneath and speak, and it would resonate their voice. And it would be the voice of God talking. And it was all this. It wasn't but a sham to get them to bring all this food and gold and offerings and everything else.
I mean, I do believe that, because if you go to Chichen Itza, you can have the limestone creates this like a vibration effect, and you can have like a conversation, like me and you can talk to one another across a football field.
Yes.
Like this.
Yeah, the sound bounces. Phew,
it's crazy.
It comes right back at you.
Yeah, so they were using that as some sort of technological advantage, like some Wizard of Oz shit.
Yeah.
Whoa. So were they literally eating it, or were they eating off like the energy of the sacrifice? Or
No, they were eating the food. They were barbecuing.
What about sacrifice? What about that cookout? They weren't barbecuing. There's the alien there.
You're eating oxtails.
Frank's Red Hot. Someone sacrifice some more hot sauce.
I mean, think about it. I mean, it's if you were the ruler of a planet.
Yeah. Billy, I think you might be putting on what you would do. Is that possible?
No, I'm telling you, these people hate the food because I take tours to Egypt all the time. Last year I took 140 people on a private tour.
Yeah.
And when I go, I take a homegrown Egyptologist and a homegrown guide with us. And he takes us to the temples where they actually have the where they actually have the storehouses.
Billy's getting hungry. Sorry, that damn barbecue.
Hey, man. That's it. Listen.
Okay, so go. See you there. They take you to all the different spots.
So we take you to the temples and we show you where they would hide the food.
Okay.
We take all the offerings and where they would store it.
Yeah.
It was their grocery store, literally.
Wow. Tour announcement. We're 2 weekends away. Madison Square Garden. May 3rd and 4th. I'll see you all there. I cannot wait. Peace. Is Jesus part alien?
I believe so.
And was he part alien and trying to do good?
Yes, I believe so.
So he was breaking away, he was using his power, and he's like, yo, what these aliens are doing to us is fucked up.
Right.
We need to break free from that, and I'm going to liberate the people.
Yeah, so you have to understand, you're right on point. There's good and evil in everything.
Jesus is the man, bro.
Yeah, there's good and evil in everything.
We're all part alien at this point, right?
Absolutely. It's in our DNA.
Ah, fuck. I thought he was a little bit more.
Well, he was more. He was a little bit more, yes.
How was he a little bit more?
Well, if you look at the Apocrypha text, you discover that not only was Jesus' mom a virgin birth, but his grandmother was also a virgin birth. Nobody ever talks about that in church, and they hear about that in Sunday school.
Wait a minute. So his grandma, wow.
Yeah. So you see this establishment of this particular bloodline.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he comes through the womb and then begins to regain all of his own memories, right? So he is a reincarnation of himself from a previous lifetime.
Oof.
That's why sometimes I hypothesize that he could be Thoth the Atlantean, who says that he could incarnate on and in any plane he desires. Could he have decided now to come back through the womb?
So Thoth the Atlantean was the king of the Atlantean Empire.
Yeah, he was one of them.
Or one of the leaders of the Atlantean Empire. He's
Yeah.
reincarnating inside Jesus.
Yeah.
And why has he chosen to help the people instead of enslave us like he did in the
Good
past?
question. When you look at the ancient text where Jesus gets all of his information from,
Yeah.
the Emerald Tablets of Thoth,
We need to talk about that on
Right.
tablets, bro.
38,000-year-old text. In there, in the book that I wrote about it, I line up the Christian text and I line up Jesus' text from the New Testament.
This is going to seem really ignorant. People were writing shit down 36,000 years ago?
Thoth authored these tablets himself. He actually wrote, he didn't have a scribe. A lot of times these God figures or these leaders would have scribes.
Right.
He actually wrote it down himself. He actually put it onto these tablets.
And what is he writing in? What language?
Well, it looked like the language was runes, R-U-N-E-S, okay? And in this text, he writes about coming to this planet after the Great Flood and seeing the temples of ancient Kemet sticking up out of the mud and actually going on a mission to help rebuild civilization. Not that it was for the first time, but he's rebuilding it to a high level.
So it was already built, destroyed. He's like, hey, let's run it back again.
Right. His father sends him on a mission. His father says, go to the land of Chem and do the plan that ye know of. So he gets his crew and he gets into the great ship of the master and he takes off until the planet disappears. This is
the horizon.
Right, he's up in the sky.
Oh, he's coming from...
He's in a ship that goes up.
Gotcha.
Because you know this, because when he gets over the land of Chem, he goes, I see the land of Chem beneath us. And I see the temples rising up out of the mud that were flooded by the fountains.
Now we come back.
Now he comes down to the ground.
The fountains is the Great Flood.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
He opens the door, he comes out, and he calls these people barbarians coming to attack him, probably territorial.
Crazy.
And he says, I raised my staff and sent out a ray of vibration, stopping them still as fragments of stone of the mountain. So now he's got a stun gun that can freeze them in their tracks.
That's fire.
That's technology.
That-
And we have something.
So is the spaceship.
But we have something right now in the military called the active denial system.
Which is?
It's the same
When
exact.
gays try to join?
No, I'd like to strike that from the record, Your Honor. No, it's a system that works just like what he described in ancient tablets, where it sends out a beam, a ray. Type in active denial system, put it up there. It sends out a beam at a crowd of people coming to attack, right? To riot or whatever. And it stops them in their tracks. It makes them feel like they're in pain, makes them feel like they want to vomit, put voices in their head.
Wow.
Whatever you want to do, you can program the frequency into their body to make it do that.
Is this what the people said they were experiencing in the...
Yo. Hey.
I was said that.
Not much. In the studio working on some art right now.
Oh, cool. What you working on?
Still working on this space laboratory scene.
Okay. Yeah.
What's up with you?
I'm on Scepter right now. I'm making my way to Grandma's house.
Okay. Well, I'm live streaming on YouTube. Just let you know that there's people who can hear us.
You said what?
So I'm live streaming on YouTube right now, so before you say anything, crazy or personal or anything like that.
Okay. Well, yeah. I was thinking that I was just going there anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But that's what's up. How long you plan on being over there?
You said what?
How long you plan on being over there?
Probably till like 7:30, maybe close to 8, because I got to get back before like 9, so I'll have enough time. But yeah, just I'm just gonna go over there and chill here for a little bit since I haven't in a while.
That's what's up. I know she'll be happy to have your company over there.
Yeah. But shit, I'll probably call you later on when I get there or something. Let you know.
All right, yeah, do that. Like I said, I ain't doing nothing but sitting around painting right now.
Alright, well, I'll talk to you today.
All right, bye. Yeah, man, my young boy, his grandma not doing too hot lately. And I asked him the other time how old is she, but he doesn't really know. He says he thinks she's about 65. I said that sounds about right. But she doesn't tell him exactly what's going on with her, but he just said that I don't know, in the past couple of months, like she's been in and out of the hospital lately. And so he's just trying to spend more time with his grandma, which is cool as shit, you know? Because this dude is 19. How many 19-year-olds you know go hang out with their grandma? I ain't gonna lie, I used to hang out with my grandma like that. Did I do an hour yet? Okay. We made it to an hour. I'll definitely try to put some more time in this weekend. I don't know. I really think I'm about to get up out of here. Like I said, I've been up here all day. It's weird. You know what? I think tomorrow I'll take the laptop downstairs and work downstairs, and then come up here to paint. But I just feel weird. Like I've been in here all day, but I didn't do any art. I just was in here working all day. Now I feel like I just really need a change of scenery. All right, guys, I'm out of here.